can't believe I'm about to say this, but I want to get back on YouTube. Do I mean that? I don't know. But we're going to try. Oh, look at all the squeaking. We're going to try. And we're going to try first by telling you what I've been up to for the past 3 years. So let's get to it. Okay, so hi. If you're new here, my name is Danny. Used to be Danny Strobel, now Danny Jonas. I have not been on YouTube in 3 years, and I want to give you an update about where I've been and what I've been up to because I've so much content from those 3 years. Here I am. I don't know, a stroke of inspiration. Without further ado, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to August 2025. And we're going to rewind all the way back to March 2022. So in March 2022, I had moved from Los Angeles to Colorado. That was a pretty big move because I was leaving everything that I knew and everything that I was doing in Los Angeles for a basically completely new life in Colorado. And that was scary. And part of that was pursuing a relationship with my now husband, which was also scary. So I had left my job that I had been doing for the past 4 years that a lot of you probably know me by. And I literally ran away to Austria. So that was awesome. That was super fun. So I spent about a month and a half in Austria. And then I got back and had just booked out my year with crazy amounts of travels. I went to Mongolia and visited the Totten tribe. Oh, I do think I posted a YouTube video about that. So that'll be linked below if you want to see that. And then traveled to Brazil. It's kind of the mark of where things over the past 2 years have been really hard 2 years. And Brazil was amazing, I should say. I was in Brazil for one of my best friend's wedding. She had moved down to Brazil to pursue ministry, and she now lives down there with her husband and daughter, and it's truly incredible. And so what I mean by the mark of a struggle for 2 years is that I've had a lifelong of back pain, but in Brazil specifically, I got sick and I was throwing up and I actually blew out my disc, a herniated disc in my L4-5 to the point where I was like stuck on the floor alone in Brazil because I had like done a whole week of traveling into the Amazon by myself, puking and unable to move. And so that was really hard. Ended up in the hospital in Brazil, then eventually traveled back home. And that was the start of this whole back journey that I've now been on for the past 2 years. So really, I would call this last season like the healing journey, Danny's healing. And it's been beautiful, but I hope it makes sense why I've been gone for so long. So got back. Oh my gosh, wait, we gotta back up. Sorry. I knew this was gonna happen. Fall of 2023, in the midst of all of that travel, I got engaged. So that's awesome. Ryan took me to Buena Vista, Colorado, and we went hiking, and we wanted to get married like pretty quickly. And so, yeah, Brazil, all of that, the back went bad. And then come like January, February, I started getting steroid injections in my back and was like, I need to be able to dance and be dipped at my wedding. That was like my one goal. So I was like working so hard for that. And I was able to. And my wedding was beautiful. It was absolutely amazing. I will show a little bit of that now. Ready to get married?
In the last couple days about journeys and adventures, and you're embarking on one together. In this journey, you become the best version of yourself when you are most humble, most caring, most tender, and most sacrificial.
Danny, I promise to love you and continually strive.
After the wedding, went on honeymoon. It was great. And then spent the rest of that year working, doing some content creation for some tourism boards in Colorado and a couple different brands. Got to work with Columbia, which is really cool. So I was still definitely in media, in content creation, pursuing that. But I was really, really struggling with my mental health with all the back things going on because I couldn't do the amount of athletic things that really identify who I am. Going into that fall, my back took another turn for the worse, and we decided on surgery that next spring. So that winter of 2023 to 2024 was like a super low-key winter because I was really unable to move very well for like 5 months. That was really hard. April of 2024, I ended up getting a microdiscectomy. So they took a big chunk of my disc out that was pushing against my nerve. And your nerve is supposed to be like a pearly white color, and mine was like a purple, pink, black, blue, like bruised basically, which is what was causing the pain down my left leg and making me unable to do anything. And so then 4 weeks later is our anniversary, our 1-year anniversary, and we had planned to do Iceland. And I was determined after surgery to be able to go to Iceland, and we did. We still did, which was amazing, and my body felt so good. So like the big turning point for me was spring 2024. After I had that surgery, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like the sky is blue again. This is wild. And so then, from there, I was just like, what can I do? How can I activate on life again? And so I had booked another trip to Mongolia. So I spent a week with the eagle hunters in Western Mongolia. If you ever want to take a trip to Mongolia, my friend Eric Cooper Adventurist, I'll tag him below. He has the most amazing Mongolia adventures. Yeah, so that was also really hard because I think I was just really pushing myself to be better, do better, like be healed. And I was, but I just really hadn't done a lot of the work as far as like fitness. Like I didn't realize how far behind I'd gotten fitness-wise, like how weak I had gotten and how much that, year and a half of pain and injury really like took a toll on my body. I got back from Mongolia, and that was in like October, and we just had trips like back to back to back. That fall was like packed. So I went to Mongolia, we went to BVI, British Virgin Islands, with my friend Larissa, her husband Nick, their parents, and then we went to Spain with my family. There's been so many trips, so much travel going on in the last 2 years. And then this past spring, back up. Gosh, I realized my storytelling is just all over the place. Sometime last fall, we had decided we wanted to move to Indiana, which was like a crazy turn of events. We love Colorado. My husband's lived in Colorado for his whole entire life. His whole family is originally from Colorado. It was a really big thing for him to be willing to move back to Indiana, where I'm from. I'm originally from a small town in southeastern Indiana, and I think throughout this whole healing journey, I was really missing like rural Indiana. Like there's just nothingness, silence, no cars, no traffic. I spent many years in Colorado, then many years in LA, and then many more years in Colorado. And as beautiful as all those places are, they're busy. They're just so busy. And I just was struggling to get my nervous system back down after all of those years way up here. And so with my back and with my nervous system and with mental health, everything, I was like, I think I want to move back to Indiana. And we kind of had talked about moving many other places, but it ended up, I think, just like our hearts called back to Indiana, and my husband got a job in Cincinnati, and we moved back to basically my hometown, a town about 20 minutes outside of that where we have a big parcel of land, which is super cool. We're renting literally a double wide from my dad, which feels like, I don't know if you understand this, but like a dream come true, just to live in like a simple place on land. And so what month is it? August? So for the past 8 months, we've been living in Indiana. I've been working out like crazy. I am like a lifting machine. I've gotten so strong. It's just been so cool. And throughout all this time for work, I've been doing photography, doing content creation. I have my drone license, so I fly drones for corporate companies, so I'm continually working on myself and my craft and continuing to work. I think the most important thing that I wanted to share with you was that so much of this was just so much internal work. Just working hard and getting into a routine. I never thought I'd say that. I'm not a routine person. But let me tell you something. Routines might be the answer to some of your problems. Not all of them, but some of them. And getting off social media. Took a big social media break, and that was a really big clarity time and super helpful for me as well. So where are we at? So now it's August and I had this stroke of like, oh my gosh, I think I want to make a YouTube video. So I thought I'd start with a 10-15 minute video of me telling you where I've been at the last 3 years, catch you up on my life. I just really appreciate you being here and listening, and I hope you enjoyed all of the little clips throughout. I would love if you just comment, say hey. I'd love to catch up with you. It's been a long time. I am proud of myself for hopping on here and chatting with you. It is so hot in this room. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, put them in the comments because I would love to make another video answering more of your questions. So ask away and I would love to answer them, and I'd love to let you in to what I've been doing and what I'm up to and where I'm going next. So good chatting with ya. I'll see you soon. Hope you're well. Stay passionately curious. All right, well, I guess that's it. Thanks for being here. Bye.